I hit the train like a one-night stand. I'm always running away. I'm only running from the man I am and my given name. Wish I could walk down straight and narrow. I never play that game. I wanna burn you all to pieces. Smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. I hit the ground going nowhere fast, hanging low in the shade. Well, maybe there's no turning back. I let it lay where it lay. Wish I could walk that straight and narrow and not the alleyway. I wanna burn you all to pieces. Smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. Just smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. I felt the heat like the sun of Sam, warm blood in my veins. I cut you deeper than the Reaper Man. Don't ever jump that fate. Wish I could walk that straight and narrow, and not the walk of shame. I wanna burn you all to pieces. Smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. So smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. The flame. The flame. The flame. Laugh while I dance in the flame. So smile, laugh while I dance in the flame. The flame. The flame. The flame. Blood money, red candles, devil in a blue dress working in the shadows. Cold women, love scandals, smile at the switches and spit at the gallows. Had a feeling it was yesterday. Had a feeling it was so much more. Cold pistols, old missiles, ain't seen a dime since I left San Francisco. Big punches, roll with them, angel in the morning, demon in the evening. Had a feeling it was yesterday. Had a feeling it was so much more. Had a feeling it was yesterday. Had a feeling it was so much more, so much more.
Good evening, wrestling fans. Tony Schiavone along with me, Stu Mayhem, and tonight, World Championship Wrestling presents The Best, and we've got a special match tonight. It is our feature match, champion versus champion, non-title match. Wait till you hear this one when we return. All right, we're back. And we are being joined by the man they call Vader. Fans, tonight the Nature Boy Ric Flair will be in action non-title match against former World Heavyweight Champion, Superstar Billy Graham. Holy cow, that's a match that I can't wait to see.
I have been sitting back long enough, waiting. I am not waiting any longer. Several months ago, I walked into Tokyo, and I did more damage than Godzilla, King Kong, and Rodan all put together. And I was the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. One thing everybody in this building better realize is you fear Vader. Now, I'm not a patient man, and I have waited for my time. For my time has come. I will not sit back idly. I am better and stronger and more devastating than any 1, 2, 3. I don't care how many men you want to put up against me. It is time. It is time for the world to realize Vader's here. And it is Vader time!
Vader time here in the NWA. All right, fans, here we go with our kickoff match this evening. And we've got a great night of wrestling for you coming up. And right now, we're taking a look at a gentleman known as Terrence Stamp. He's been booked, so we're going to see him. Dennis Stamp making his way down to the ring. Oh, Dennis Stamp has been around the block a few times, and indeed he's been booked for tonight, so we'll be seeing him. And we're about to get a look at a young man making his official NWA debut here as part of World Championship Wrestling. And here comes Sweetwater, Texas's very own Barry Windham. Well, the first time we've seen him here this season as a part of the NWA. Barry Windham, one of the toughest, most legitimate contenders anywhere in the world. And it is only a matter of time now that he's here in the NWA, in my opinion, until we see a championship title of some sort around the waist of Barry Windham. I would have to agree with that wholeheartedly. Barry Windham, by far, one of the greatest of all time. And I think Dennis Stamp is about to find out just how bad he's got it. Barry Windham wasting no time at all, and Dennis Stamp going down and down hard. Drops the leg, does Barry Windham, and now Dennis Stamp just trying to figure out what he's got to do to get some kind of control in this match. Windham with a DDT, and that match may be over. I believe it is. Dennis Stamp's down. He's not going to kick out of it. Yes, he does. Barry Windham a little surprised, but perhaps he is just delaying the inevitable here. Oh, there's the claw hold on, and Dennis Stamp is in trouble. Barry Windham applying that claw hold, and he's got it on deep. And that's it, it's over. Well, he refers to that as the family heirloom. Of course, Blackjack Mulligan, his father, has that down. There he is, your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Barry Windham. Offering his hand to Dennis Stamp. Smart move by Dennis Stamp. We'll be back. We've got plenty more action to come. Don't forget, Ric Flair going up against superstar Billy Graham right here tonight. Welcome back, fans, here from the studio in Atlanta, Georgia. World Championship Wrestling, and here comes the man we've heard earlier on tonight, known as Vader. Well, he said he was as tough as any 1, 2, 3 or more that you want to put in front of him, and tonight, apparently he's decided to make good on that one. Vader is one of the most lethal, dangerous individuals you'll ever get in the ring with, because looking at his sheer size alone, his power that goes with this man, it is hard to believe he's capable of moving the way he does. When you see a moonsault from a near 400-pounder coming off the top rope, you better not be the one that he's aiming it at. All right, fans, the big news earlier today, the official 2K press conference took place. And what we now know is that on October 9th, we will be beginning the 2K19 season. Well, that's about the only news we really got at this time, but obviously more, which includes roster reveals leading up to and through SummerSlam, will be coming forthright. A lot of questions still unanswered. All right, Vader in the ring now. And he is getting ready to go to task. Not against one opponent, but three. Well, he said he could do it. Now he's going to put up. You got Randy and Bill Mulkey across the ring along with Destroyer number 1. Mulkey makes the mistake of going after Vader. I don't know what he was thinking, but yeah, you're right. That's a huge mistake, and Vader just going to work on him, and as he said, it's Vader time. Vader looking around this crowd, and Mulkey's got to be wondering why he started the match. Randy Mulkey is in trouble right now. His brother Bill Mulkey outside the ring. I don't know how badly he wants to make a tag in or not. I wouldn't if I were him. Vader a one-man gang right now. Look at that back fist right to the face. He knocked him out. He may have indeed knocked him unconscious. Goes for the cover here, and for some reason or another, Randy Mulkey decides he's going to kick out, and I don't know why you would do that. Mulkey now slips out the back door, comes up with a neck breaker, and now Vader is down. What is he thinking? Clothesline from behind. And now Vader sending all of the participants out to the floor. And now look at this, Bill Mulkey stunning Vader, but just for a moment, and now Vader comes back with some more. Well, I don't know how long he thought that was gonna last. Vader from behind, oh, look at this, nice move, caught him off the ropes. What a power bomb, wow, what a move. And again, I think it's, oh, wait a minute. He may have had that one. Vader is doing what he's gonna do right here. He is sending a statement to the entire roster here in the NWA. And now Bill Mulkey's gonna tag Randy back in, and not sure how much that's gonna do. And now he's got him up in the air. What's he doing here? He's got him by the turnbuckle and drops him head first. He collapses. Nearly passed out from that one. Vader going to town on Mulkey. Fans, this is about as one-sided beatdown as I've ever seen. Overhead belly to back suplex. And now Vader has him by the throat, up in the air. Choke slam, down he goes. And now Vader taking everybody out. Well, I'll tell you right now, the luckiest man in the match right now may be the Destroyer, as he's the only one that didn't have to go in there and feel the wrath of Vader. Vader too close to the ropes. He's got him up again. Vader bomb. Goes for the cover and gets 2. I don't believe it. Well, he kicked out, but I'm not sure that's the smartest thing he could have done. I would have to say not. He's only going to do is agitate Vader. Oh my goodness! Crawling his way across the ring, or so he tries. A drop kick by Vader. Well, this is what I mentioned early on tonight. Going up against by far one of the... Oh, look at that! A big man who can move the way Vader can, and now the Destroyer had a moment. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex, and that takes care of the moment. Vader continues the beating right now. Irish whip sends him to the rope back out front. And now he's got that powerbomb. Boom! How much more of these guys got to go through? Well, the only thing they haven't gone through is the ring, and that's still early yet. Vader showing signs of wear, but only because of the amount of offense he's expended on these 3 men. 3 against 1, and it's been a one-sided match, but not the way you would normally believe. Irish whip reversal, and now Vader with another drop kick. Vader continues the beatdown, working the trapezius area up to the Destroyer. Well, Mulkey's cheering him on from a safe distance, you'll notice. Oh my goodness! What just happened there? Well, he said it's Vader time. Now Vader is stalking his prey. And here comes the Destroyer, about to get destroyed. Well, wait a minute. Oh, he just turned that one around on Vader. Well, that's a surprise right there. Tremendous uppercut, and now the Destroyer mounting some offense here. Hard to believe, but he has, and perhaps Vader just went a little too long on this match. 1 count is all he's going to get. Vader kicks out. Well, perhaps the numbers advantage is finally starting to work in the favor of the 6-man portion of this. Randy Mulkey just bailed on his brother, it looks like. Well, Bill Mulkey in there now with Vader, and you have to wonder. Oh, wait a minute, Vader with a reversal. And sends him crashing to the floor. Vader with a senton all the way to the concrete floor. You've got to be kidding me. Well, no doubt about it, Vader upset perhaps at the near pin attempt. And now what's he going to do? He's got Bill Mulkey. His teammates nowhere to be found. Powerbomb on the steps. Vader back outside to break the count. Bill Mulkey is in all kinds of trouble right now. Oh, shoulder first into that steel post, and I'll tell you what, Vader really making it very clear that he is upset. Vader heading back into the ring right now, and the statement being made here. I don't know if Monkey's going to be able to get up and beat the count or not. And now the referee, distracted by Vader, buys Monkey a little bit of time, and perhaps enough. Oh, back body drop, Vader goes out. Well, that was a matter of self-sufficient. He just had to. Survival skills kicked in. And now Bill Monkey with a moment on Vader. Referee's count continues on, and now the Destroyer outside the ring with Vader, and he pays the price. And down goes Monkey. Randy Monkey now sent crash to the floor as well. And again, the referee distracted by Vader. While the Destroyer trying everything in his power to have something go in their direction. They've had moments, but they haven't been able to string them together very well. And here comes Vader again. Just like that, down goes Randy Monkey. Vader's got him by the throat. And now Vader waiting for him to get back to his feet. This could be it. And if he hits, it's over. There it is, the Vader bomb. And for some reason, Bill Monkey thought it would be a good idea to make the save. Randy Monkey with some offense right now on Vader. And now Vader's in the wrong part of town. Look at Monkey. Well, he's too close to the ropes, otherwise who knows what might have happened. Vader at this point in time probably very not happy about the circumstances. Had the match won easily. Monkey just caught him on a crossbody block and now Vader down, and somehow these numbers may not be working out in his favor. But still not able to get more than a 1 count. Drop kick, and he just floored him with it. Vader's in trouble. And another 1 count. Well, let's give it up. The Monkeys and the Destroyer have done everything in their power. Vader staring it down. There's that back fist again. We saw it earlier. And the choke slam, and Vader goes for the cover, hooks the leg. Another save is made. And now Vader. Setting him up. Oh, this could be it. The Vader bomb one more And I don't think anyone's going to make the save this time. It should be over. It is over. There's no way he's getting up from that one. Well, Vader said he would go up against any three men, and he just did go up against three men. What a beatdown that took place here, though. Vader survived 3-on-1 disadvantage. Dominated most of that match. Well, I'm telling you right now, that is one of the most impressive things I've ever witnessed inside of a wrestling ring. There is the winner, ladies and gentlemen, the man they call Vader. Still to come, the Nature Boy Ric Flair in a non-title match. Champion versus champion, Ric Flair versus superstar Billy Graham. We'll be back right after this. All right, wait a minute! The Nature Boy Ric Flair heading down to the ring for his match. Vader hammering away on Ric Flair. The referee trying to restore order here. We need security. What the heck? Vader just got done taking on three men, and now he takes on the world champion. Well, superstar Billy Graham is going to take advantage, I suppose, and it's hard to blame him. Former World Heavyweight Champion superstar Billy Graham with an opportunity right now. Non-title match against Ric Flair, but what just happened with Vader? He said he wasn't waiting around anymore, but now I guess we have a much better idea of what he had in mind. Fans, the Great American Bash just weeks away. No doubt that Vader's going to have an opportunity at that World Heavyweight Championship. Flair down across the top rope, and now he is in trouble. Flair attacking down Superstar Billy Graham. Hits with a pile driver. But Ric Flair has already sustained a lot of damage in this one. Well, let's give credit where credit is due. He's agreed to continue the match. This easily could have been called off. Well, he's going to work on the leg, and that is the trademark of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, as we know. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome our latest subscriber. I would say your name, but I can't pronounce that. But we thank you for joining us here on the Nation Network. And now Billy Graham goes for the cover, gets two, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair out the back door. I'll tell you right now, Superstar Billy Graham can taste it. Huge opportunity for him. Now reverse rear chin lock by the champion. Title not on the line in this one, but Superstar Billy Graham, as he knows the Great American Bash around the corner, has made his in-ring debut here in the NWA. Wants to be a part, no doubt, of the Great American Bash. Very likely will have a shot at the World Champion at some point in time. A win here would definitely help boost the confidence going into that match. The Nature Boy Ric Flair continues to go to work on Billy Graham. That back knife edge chop. And there's the power of Graham. And there's the brilliance of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Self-professed dirtiest player in the game goes to the eyes, but it only bought him a moment. And Flair with a suplex. Both men are down. Fans, if you're just joining us, the Nature Boy Ric Flair was jumped before the bell ever sounded by Big Van Vader. Graham goes for the cover, only gets one, and he failed to hook the leg. Good luck pinning the Nature Boy Ric Flair if you're not going to hook the leg. Very common, basic maneuver, and you've got to be able to do it if you're going to get the win. Billy Graham continues to work the trapezius. And now big back body drop by the champion, and now Graham is down, and Flair with an elbow finds its mark. And now Flair waiting on Superstar Billy Graham to regain his feet. He does. And this could be it. He's going to go for the figure four leg lock. Will that be enough? Oh, he's got it on him, and Billy Graham better turn this over. Otherwise, it's over. Just like that, Superstar Billy Graham tapping out to the figure four leg lock. Your winner, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. What a match. A battle of two champions, one current, one former. And you have to wonder if Superstar Billy Graham is going to have the opportunity down the road once again to get in the ring with Flair with the title on the line. Well, there's no doubt about it. He would love nothing more than to become the NWA's World Heavyweight Champion. And there it is, the figure four leg lock. Ric Flair has made many, many people tap for that hold. Superstar Billy Graham, just the latest name in the long list. Over overcoming all kinds of adversity in this one, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. We have not heard the end of this. I am sure we're going to find out a little bit more about the whole thing with Vader. We'll be back with more here on World Championship Wrestling. Stay with us.
Wrestling fans, join us on Twitch, where the stars of today are given the spotlight like they haven't received before. Glass ceilings are shattered, and the best men and the best women will have a chance to rise. The latest episode is currently available on demand. When you go to Twitch, check out the events and then check past for the latest episode of Rise Wrestling and find out who is able to rise.
All right, fans, it is time. One of the members of Paul Jones' army, the Ravishing One himself, Ravishing Rick Rude, making his way down to the ring. And he is going to be going up against the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, ugly, inner city sweat hogs, keep the noise down while I take my robe off and show the ladies what a real sexy man looks like. Hit the music.
Well, he definitely knows how to get over with the crowd, doesn't he? I don't think he's all that worried about it, but as the old saying goes, it's not bragging if you can back it up. And he's got $1 million physique, there's no doubt about that. All right, here it comes. And this crowd on its feet. He is a member of the six-man tag team champions, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant. Oh, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant's got this crowd up and dancing. That's what he likes to do. He and Rick Rude, no love lost between these two men. They have had a feud brewing for several weeks now. Paul Jones and the Boogeyman have a long history as well, and now that Jones is managing his stable, He has made the Boogie Woogie Man the #1 target.
And how he talks. Oh, yeah.
All right, fans, we're just about ready. Bell sounds and action underway. They lock up collar and elbow in the middle of the ring. Side headlock by the Boogeyman. Valiant top wrist lock on Ravishing Rick Rude. I think Rude might have the power advantage in this. All right, now it's a stalemate. Oh, nice back heel trip. And Jimmy Valiant taking advantage of the situation. He definitely has the experience over Rude, but Rude may have every other aspect over him. The strength, the power, the quickness. I would believe all-around athleticism is in the corner of the Ravishing one. That may be very true, but there is no substitute for experience, and we've seen that in the past. And now Ravishing Rick Rude has got Jimmy Valiant. Inverted atomic knee drop. Wow, that's going to do a number on him. Back elbow finding its mark. And now the Ravishing Rick Rude hammering away on the Boogie Woogie Man. Valiant is in trouble, and now Rude putting the boot right to the face. Big right hand, and now Rude slamming him at the head first into the mat. Working the head and the neck area of the Boogeyman. Ravishing Rick Rude. Gaining his stealth advantage in this one thus far. Oh, there it is. He's got him in a version of a camel clutch. Pulling back on the Boogie Woogie Man. Referee's there to see if he wants to give it up. And Valiant says, no, thank you. Jimmy Valiant knows what it's going to take to win this match. I don't know if he can pull it off or not. And now Rick Rude with a big elbow finding its mark. Nicely done, and now Rude. On the receiving end as Jimmy Valiant with a big headbutt, and down goes Rude. Well, since making his debut here in the NWA a few weeks back, Ravishing Rick Rude has yet to be on the losing end. And I don't think he's planning on starting here tonight. He has a perfect record, and now Valiant is in trouble. Here comes that Rude Awakening, and he hits him with it. Nobody gets out of that. Let's see if Jimmy Valiant can. 1, 2, and he does. He got a shoulder up somehow, and Rude is absolutely amazed. Rick Rude can't believe it. Now raking at the eyes. Jimmy Valiant with the back elbow. Back and forth, the action continues in this one, and now Ravishing Rick Rude stands back. Crowd trying to cheer on Jimmy Valiant. Valiant only off the mat with the help from Rick Rude, and now, wait a minute. Well, he just baited him in, and now I believe Jimmy Valiant making a big mistake. He should be following it up. He caught Rude perfectly with that big elbow, or that DDT, I should say. And now drives the Ravishing one head first into the mat. There's a big elbow. Well, he doesn't go for the pinfall that he normally would. I'm not sure what's going on in the mind of Jimmy Valiant. He pulls Rude up to administer some more punishment. And that seems now to have backfired on him. I believe Jimmy Valiant had a big opportunity to win this match and let it slip away. Pile driver by Rude, and wait a minute, it looks like he's been busted open by that one. And Rude got to work on the open cut on the head of Jimmy Valiant. He's been split wide open, the blood flowing down the face of Jimmy Valiant. And Rude, like a shark smelling blood in the water. There's that Rude awakening. He hooks the leg, it's one. He's got 2 and 3. No! Unbelievable. Did you see the look on the face of Ravishing Rick Rude? He was absolutely shocked. And now Rude taking a moment to pose. He's trying to play it down, I believe, but you gotta know that right now Jimmy Valiant is in the head of Ravishing Rick Rude. Well, so much of what goes on between the ropes is a game of mental cat and mouse. And right now, despite the look of Jimmy Valiant, I'd say he's winning it. And now Jimmy Valiant with a big shot to the midsection. Follows it up with an elbow right to the head. And now the Boogie Woogie Man strutting and striding for the crowd here. Jimmy Valiant going to work again on the trapezius area of Rick Rude, but good luck finding a weak spot on that physique. Well, you got to keep working it anyway because muscle is muscle, and eventually you can break it down. You just have to do it a little bit longer for Rick Rude. Overhand right and now. Again, Jimmy Valiant ramming the head of Rick Rude hard into the canvas. Big suplex, and now what's he going to do here? Jimmy Valiant hooks the leg. Could this be it? It'll be huge. He's got 2, and he got no. Oh, I'll tell you, both of these men have had the opportunity, and both men have believed they had the match won. And both men have come up just short now. Jimmy Valiant, are you kidding me? He tried to do the Rude Awakening. He tried to beat him with his own move. Wow. What would that have done to Rick Rude? And now Rude has been nailed in the corner. He's bleeding as well. Both men busted open, the blood flowing. Referee out of position. Will he be there in time? No. It took the referee at least an extra 1.5 seconds to get over there to make the count. That may be the difference right now, but both men, blood streaming down their faces. And ladies and gentlemen, the Great American Bash hasn't even begun yet. If this is a sign of what it's going to be like, I'll tell you right now, you better hunker down for one hell of a July. And now Rude with a DDT, and he just plants him into the canvas. A blood-soaked Jimmy Valiant. And a 3rd time, the Rude Awakening on Jimmy Valiant. Will that be enough? Will the 3rd time be a charm? Yes. Ravishing Rick Rude retains the perfect record here in the NWA. But at what cost? We take a look back on this one, fans, and this one had everything you'd want. That pile driver busted him wide open, and from there, Rick Rude looked like he had it in control. But the Boogeyman had something left in the tank as well. Both of these men look like they've been through a war, fans. Still to come, the United States Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express non-title match against the Horsemen. Stay with us. We'll be back with more NWA World Championship Wrestling. Wrestling fans. This is Ken Resnick inviting you to join us for AWA, American Wrestling Association Wrestling Action, right here on the Nation Network. The biggest, the best, all of the greatest names in professional wrestling under one banner, and that banner is the AWA. Nick Bockwinkel, the Road Warrior, Stan the Lariat Hansen, the Midnight Rockers, and many, many more right here, exclusively in the AWA, exclusively on the Nation Network. All right, wrestling fans, here they come. The NWA United States Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. This is our final match of the night here on Championship Wrestling. Well, I'll tell you right now, the Rock and Roll Express had stumbled a little bit out the gate, but they seem to have their legs under them now, and they are cruising along as the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Once again, fans, the Great American Bash traveling throughout the entire United States throughout the month of July. The World Heavyweight Champion will be defending his title no less than 24 times during that period. But so too will other champions, and that includes the United States Tag Team Champions. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, they will have a full schedule as well. Well, when you have the championship titles, and I don't care if you're talking about the TV title, the U.S. title, world title, it doesn't make a difference. And as soon as you have those gold belts, then there's a line of people that want you, and you've got to meet those obligations. Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, the Horsemen. Be very curious to find out where they are at mentally right now after what happened with Ric Flair earlier tonight. Well, there's no doubt we haven't heard the end of that situation. All right, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard getting ready to go up against the U.S. Tag Team Champions. Non-title match right here. But obviously a win would go a long way, and the Horsemen have not had a lot of success here this season. They've had moments, but you're right. They, aside from a brief run with the NWA six-man tag team titles, Ric Flair has been the only one that really can claim being a champion. Well, the total package Lex Luger was as well when he was with the Horsemen, but for some reason they decided to send him packing at one point in time, and that blew up in their face. Why you'd get rid of one of the most successful members of your team? Well, very obviously because he went after the world champion Ric Flair, and there is an unwritten rule with the Horsemen, and that is that when the man in the Horsemen has the world championship, as Ric Flair does, that is a man you don't challenge. All the other titles are open, but not the world champion. Well, the logic of Horsemen shall not fight Horsemen did not hold up very well, because as it turns out, all they have done is shoot themselves in the foot. Big opportunity here tonight, however, for Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard if they were to pull off a big win over the Rock and Roll Express. Again, the title's not on the line, but it still is going to do a lot for them mentally, because they have been on a skid, no doubt about that. Tully Blanchard is down. Ricky Morton now on the middle rope. What's he got in mind? And now that backwards buckshot elbow, and it finds its mark. Nice move right there by Ricky Morton, and down goes Tully Blanchard. Blanchard with a gut-wrench suplex, and now Ricky Morton on the receiving end. Tag is made, and here comes Arn Anderson. Oh, the Horsemen are going to have to rely on quick tags, I believe, because right now the Rock and Roll Express, definitely the faster, more agile twosome, and they're probably a little bit better at tag team wrestling at this moment in time. They are on the upswing while the Horsemen have been sputtering. Fans, we want to invite you to join us. You can follow us on Twitter at Invasion Nation, spelled just the way you see it down below in the bottom right corner of your screen. Get exclusive content here for the FWF, all things under the FWF banner, which includes the NWA. And now Arn Anderson follows Ricky Morton into his own corner, and Morton pushes him off. Well, he could have made the tag to Gibson, but instead decides to go at Anderson, and that backfires because now it's a double team by the Horsemen. Anderson with a drop toe hold, and Tully Blanchard follows it up with an elbow to the back. Ricky Morton now wanting to make the tag to Gibson, but he's not able to. From the middle rope, Tully Blanchard goes down, and he missed. And now Blanchard with a slingshot takes him back to the middle of the ring, and now Ricky Morton. What a job right there by Ricky Morton. Takes him over. Judo-style chop. Using his own momentum against him. Oh, flying drop kick by Ricky Morton, and now Tully Blanchard is in trouble. Irish whip sends him into the turnbuckle, and now here comes. Will it be the double team? Here's Robert Gibson, gets the tag in. To the ropes he goes. Double drop kick, yes! He caught him with a drop kick. Anderson making the save. And now Ricky Morton sends Arn Anderson outside the ring. Tully Blanchard going to work. All four men in the ring. Referee having a hard time maintaining order in this one. And now Tully Blanchard has got Robert Gibson up for the pile driver. Down he goes. Blanchard addressing the ringside crowd here for just a moment. He lost sight of Robert Gibson, but gets him back. Well, that's what happens when you turn your back on your opponent, especially when one of them's a member of the Rock and Roll Express. And now there's that slingshot suplex by Tully Blanchard. Will that be enough? Well, he might have had him, but I think that delay in pulling Gibson away bought him enough time. There's one. Here's two, and Gibson does kick out. I believe you're right. The delay by Tully Blanchard may have been the difference right there. Ricky Morton staying on the apron. As Arn Anderson puts a boot to the midsection. And now there's a spine buster. Anderson with a spine buster, and Robert Gibson in trouble. Robert Gibson fighting out of no man's land. At least for the moment. Well, both of these guys have given their best. And back and forth this offense has been going. Here's another tag made now. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson. What's going to happen here? And again, a double drop kick, and it's right on the money. Ricky Morton hooks the leg. He's got one, two, and save made by Tully Blanchard. Tully Blanchard just barely makes it in time to make the save. And now the enforcer, Arn Anderson, with a big back body drop. The enforcer, Arn Anderson, continues the beating. Overhand right, and it catches Ricky Morton. Big atomic knee drop, and that will shatter the spine. Ricky Morton now is in the wrong corner. From the middle rope, Tully Blanchard down across the arm. Tries to separate the shoulder of Ricky Morton. And now attacking the leg. And Ricky Morton returns the favor. What action we're seeing tonight here as a part of the Nation Network, the #1 network for old school wrestling. Goes for the cover, does Ricky Morton, gets two, and out the back door, Tully Blanchard able to still kick out. Blanchard backing out of the head scissors, and now what's he going to do here? He's got Ricky Morton up with a nice suplex, plants him right there in the corner. Goes for the cover, hooks a leg, he's got his feet up on the rope, referee doesn't see it. Morton's still able to kick out somehow. There's the tag made, double team coming up. Ricky Morton in the wrong corner, and Arn Anderson delivers the shot to the midsection and now follows it up with the attack to the back. Goes for the scoop slam, couldn't hold him, and now Ricky Morton belly to back suplex, folds him up like an accordion. And it's Arn Anderson that's in trouble now. Morton has him up, suplex plants him perfectly. He's got to get him away from the corner, though, right now. He's way too close to Tully Blanchard. The Rock and Roll Express normally much better at cutting the ring in half, and tonight, not as much. Well, both teams have had opportunities to win this match already, and now let's see what happens here. Arn Anderson's fighting himself in the wrong part of town. Robert Gibson is in. Double team by the Rock and Roll Express. Tremendous move, and Anderson just struck the back of his head. Now it is Arn Anderson in trouble, or in charge, I should say. Fans, we invite you to stick around as soon as this match is done for a special edition of Ringside Report. And now Arn Anderson with a suplex, and down goes Gibson. Ricky Morton has been removed from the apron by Tully Blanchard, and now it's a 2-on-1. Well, Robert Gibson, oh, he's got him in. There's a Bulldog. The Bulldog by Robert Gibson, and now Arn Anderson cannot figure it out. What have I got to do? He's asking himself. Fights his way back up. Both men exchanging blows, one after the other. And now, wait a minute, Robert Gibson going for the DDT, but Anderson doesn't think he's going to allow that to happen. And now it's Anderson with a DDT, and he hits it. And Ricky Morton still nowhere to be found. Big win for the Horsemen right here. He's got one, he's got two, and he gets three. What a night for the Horsemen. Clean sweep. Well, I'll tell you right now, the back and forth in the last moments of that match, it looked like Robert Gibson was going to nail him with that DDT, but Anderson fought his way out, landed one of his own, As we take a look back, the double drop kick by the Rock and Roll Express would have had the win if not for the save being made. Well, it's a non-title match, but it's a big win for Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, and we know that on the 4th of July, when the Great American Bash gets begun, they are going to be targeting the Rock and Roll Express. Fans, on the 4th of July, we will be kicking off the Great American Bash, and it will be the Battle Bowl. Until next time, wrestling fans, Tony Schiavone for Stu Mayhem saying so long. Stick around for the Ringside Report in just a moment.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Ringside Report. Get your feedback on what y'all thought about tonight's NWA program. Big night for the Horsemen, a big night for Big Van Vader, who made a statement. Big night for Ravishing Rick Rude. What hell of a match there. How the heck's everybody doing? Want to thank our newest subscribers. We got a couple here tonight. Let me see if I can pull these up real quick. No, hasn't shown yet. Well, you know who you are. We appreciate you joining the nation. It has been a busy day. 2K18 had their press conference. And what we know is not much yet, which I was kind of expecting. I was hoping for a little bit of news. But all we know is that on October 9th, which is a week earlier, we will begin the 2K19 season. So, hey, a week earlier is a good thing. That gives them a week less to develop the game, which means definitely more glitches. AJ Styles will grace the cover of the new game. I'm cool with that. I do wish it was a multi superstar cover. I would have liked to see Charlotte. I would have liked to see AJ. That would have been cool. And I don't know. I'm sure you can make an argument for several others. But I just thought that this was maybe the year. I guess they're trying so hard to be like Madden and having a cover star and the 2K and all that stuff. NBA 2K. And that's kind of their thing, 2K, I guess. I just think a box does a lot better popping on a shelf when you have several superstars. And even though people are going to buy it, even let's say you're not an AJ fan, people are going to still buy it because they are a Charlotte fan or they are a Kevin Owen fan or whatever it is. They're still going to go out and get it. But I just think you have a lot more pop and a lot more draw when you've got multiple superstars on the cover, and it also kind of guarantees that somebody's favorite's going to be there. Daniel Bryan, was he ever on the cover? I don't think he ever made the cover. As a matter of fact, his big year, they made like an alternate cover if you wanted a switch, which of course I did. But he wasn't the official cover star, as I recall. The Attitude Era. Wrestling purist. Thems were good times, no doubt about it. Thems were definitely good times. And who does not remember those? The Monday Night Wars, they were all on, man, I'll tell you. Let me see something here real quick. There we go. There we go. Pop that up on the screen, make it a little bit easier. All right, so right now, where are we here? We're in mid-June. I'm going to guess it'll be about maybe 3 or 4 weeks before we hear the first news on roster reveal. How would you rebook the Invasion? Which, exactly what are you referring to by Invasion? You mean after WCW lost and they brought him in? Because if that's what you're talking about, I would say very similar to what I have done in the past. As a matter of fact, if you go back, you'll find, I forget what season it was, I started running a rebooked Invasion angle based on the brilliance of James E. Cornette, who did a whole podcast on it. It was like an hour and a half long. And it was absolutely brilliant. And, of course, they didn't do any of it. But step one is you had to keep WCW up and running. And the way that works easiest is they come and they conquer SmackDown. Period. You don't want to necessarily run a Monday and head-to-head Monday slot anymore. That's stupid. Advertisers would be pissed because, hey, I paid for your product and you're running against me. You're running your own product against me. So that won't work. But what they're doing right now would work perfectly. Monday and Tuesday, both programs live, and it's a ratings battle. Who's going to one-up the other on ratings? The other thing that would have had to have happened is you had to have completely independent booking. In other words, Vince has no say in the WCW product. It's the only way it works, and Vince would never give up that control factor. Even if it was Stephanie and Shane, it doesn't matter. He wouldn't give it up. At the end of the day, I have final voice, and that's his opinion. That's the way it's going to be. You know what, the DLC, that would be nice to hear. I mean, look, I'm getting it no matter what. I always do every year, and half the time the extra DLC stuff is better than the game itself. Finn Balor's statue a couple years ago was cool. I wish they had a better pose, but I thought that was cool. I wasn't real thrilled with this John Cena figure this year. I'd like to see them do the statue thing. I mean, look, it's video gaming. When you have these Ultimate Editions, that's kind of the thing now. I mean, getting the statue is a big part of it. You know, you look at the Nathan Drake statue with Uncharted. You look at the Last of Us statue for people that have that. That thing's worth like $2,000 now if you've got it. These are things that collectors want to have. I've got the God of War thing. I'd give that away for a song because the game sucks. But again, the statues are cool in themselves, and it helps value getting that Ultimate Edition all the more. So I hope they go back to statues this year. The funny story about the pony I do not recall, but now you got me wanting to know what it's all about. Jim Cornette, I swear to God, is an absolute national treasure, man. Nobody tells stories like Jim Cornette. You talk to wrestlers who've been up and down the road, they all have stories, and they're good stories. You know, Mick Foley can tell great stories. But nobody, and I mean nobody, does it like Uncle Jimmy. The man is just, it's like when you go to see Mick Foley in comedy concert, you know. It's funny and it's good storytelling. He'll be the first to tell you, you're not going to hear me drop the F-bomb but one time. And he saves it for the end. And he's great using it as a callback throughout the act, you know.
Jim Cornette uses the F-bomb the way I do, as if it were a comma. It's like decoration in a sentence. And it works. It doesn't work for everybody, but it works for him. I really wished that they were going to bring him in to do a run with the Revival. You know, back at WrestleMania when he was inducted into Rock and Roll Express, there's that picture that got out. If you haven't seen it, it's ultra cool. With the Revival backstage on either side of him and him. It was like the Midnight Express, only replaced by the Revival. Jim's there with the racket, the whole nine. And I saw that picture, I'm like, oh, shit. Do it. Do it. I mean, they brought Ellering back. Well, look, the action figures, it is what it is. I mean, look, the only way you're getting that John Cena action figure is if you get the Ultimate Edition, so that makes it valuable in that aspect. A lot of kids that get the game are going to open that thing up, which now makes the sealed version a little bit more valuable. Sean, is that the voice of experience talking about? Because I really always imagined just sitting down having beers. A bowl of popcorn and some beers, and then I wouldn't say a word other than, hey, my name is, and that's it. After that, I just want to hear him talk. A promoter in West Virginia where he wanted to boost his promotion said that the people come to the event, write your name on a piece of paper in a lottery. What happens with a piece of paper in a lottery if you won? What'd you get, a pony? Wouldn't surprise me in the least. You know, that old joke about the horse in the bar. Stop me if you've heard this before. Bartender has his pet horse in the bar. A guy comes into the bar, hadn't seen that before. The hell's up with the horse over there? So that's part of a running bet. And he looks on the back counter and he sees this jar full of money. He said, what's that? Well, that's what you get if you win the bet, but it costs you $5 to get in. That money in there is from all the people that lost. Well, what do you got to do to win the bet? He says, well, you got to go over there and make my horse laugh. So the guy says, I'm in. He puts $5 down. Bartender adds it to the bowl. Guy walks over to the horse in the corner. A few seconds goes by. Horse is laughing like a damn son of a bitch. Bartender just looks at him and says, what the fuck? He says, all right. I'll tell you what. Double or nothing. Guy says, what do you want? Double or nothing what? I'll give you a double if you can make him cry. All right, I'll be right back. This time he takes the horse out back for a minute, comes back in. Horse is crying, man. He's crying his eyes out. And the bartender looks at the guy and says, the fuck did you do to my horse? Nothing, man. I didn't touch him. Then why is he crying? Well, you asked me to make him laugh, so I told him my dick is bigger than his. So why is he crying? I just took him out back and showed him I wasn't lying. I heard the Austin Idol story. How friggin' funny is that? Good old days, man. You're gonna make me wait for the punchline here, purist. Someone would have won a pony. Then at the intermission, the promoter does the lottery thing and looks at the piece of paper. And the winner, and it says, to be continued. Well, Sean, next time you have the experience, you make sure you tell them Best wishes from Old School. Love that guy. We'd never want to talk politics, but other than that, I love him. Yeah, I forgot all about that Austin Idol story. That is classic 70s wrestling, man. That was the world they lived in back then. I want a big-ass check. I need to bring this to the bank. Now, I've already heard his political views, and we're not on the same page. Not even close, so. But that's all right. You know what? I can respect other people's opinions. I don't lose my mind over it. I get a little grouchy with some of the crap going on nowadays because I got news for you. If you reverse this to 4 or 5 years ago and started saying, you know, really nasty crap about Obama's daughter or his wife, holy cow, the world would melt its head. But if you call Ivanka the C word, that's all right, man. She apologized. Double standards will never work with me. Never. Those people, I tell you right, the Samantha Bees of the world, that bitch doesn't even have a career. Nobody watches that fucking show. Can somebody just run her over with a truck, please? It'd be called improving the world. That dumb piece of shit bitch. She's taking air away from somebody who needs it. They could actually be productive in some way. By the way, when you're running her over, make sure Kathy Griffin's right behind her. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I've lost my edge over the years a little bit, and I know that. There was a day, though, where I would consider myself able to go into a battle of wits with anyone. I would not get into a battle of wits with Jim Cornette unless there was a lot of money on the line. Because I would be so quickly outclassed. That guy's mind is unbelievable. Now, was she your ex-wife at that time, or just happened to be your wife at the time, and now she's your ex? Wow, time flying tonight. Holy cow, I didn't realize. Well, I got a late start, too. Yo, Purist, you ever going to give us that last line to that story? It's like that joke. How do you keep a moron in suspense? All right, it would have been an even more entertaining story if she was your ex-wife, but she was there breaking up your fights. That's what a good ex-wife does. Follows her ex-husband around, breaks up his fights still. You know, the best line I ever heard was from a buddy I was playing hockey with at the time. And one of our other guys on the team was getting married, and real nice girl. And this dude in the locker room after he had left, the groom-to-be left the room, says, yeah, you know what? She's going to make a great first wife. Same guy also turned around and said, you know what? You show me the most beautiful woman in the world, and I will show you a guy who is sick of her shit. These are quotes that have never left my mind. Yeah, I'll tell you what. All you gotta do is get a playlist of Jim Cornette, hit play, and just go about your day, man. You know, do some dusting, do some dishes, and let Uncle Jimmy talk to you. You know, Sean, I'd have been even more impressed if his mama broke it up. What was that, OVW? I didn't hear about him pulling a gun. shit. Boys, boys, boys now. Can't we all just get along? I mean, he'd have to pull a gun on Brock, wouldn't he? What other way does he have a fighting chance? I stand about as good a chance of him in a battle of wits as he does against Brock Lesnar in a fight. I can just see him doing it too, man. Let me tell you something, you big dumb son of a bitch. I'll shoot you in the fucking head. You bring all those muscles here, I don't think you're going to get past Mr. Lead. Jimmy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think with that we're going to call it a wrap. Well, that's because Rock pretty much still can destroy anyone. He's got beast strength. All right, Wesley, glad to hear it, man. Go get that lottery winning. That's the right spirit. And maybe you'll get lucky and get a pony, too. All right, guys and girls, thank you so much for stopping by for the Ringside Report, following our NWA live stream. A hell of an event. I was real happy with that one. Vader is on the map officially now, man. You cannot ignore that. We got some AWA coming up. That'll be tomorrow. We've got some more Rise coming up. And, of course, 1 week from today, Rise has their big pay-per-view Crossroads, and I trust me when I tell you, you don't want to miss it. For somebody asking about how I would rebook, let me tell you, this is how I would rebook today's crap. This is how I would make today's talent relevant and ratings getting better, and your live attendance would be up. And it's so friggin' simple. All right. With that, I ain't got to go home, but I got to get up out of here. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you next time from Ringside.
In the flame.